Today I'm going to add honey supers to the beehives. Right now I just have the 2 brood boxes. The honey super is a little bit smaller, and I'm using what's called foundationless frames, meaning there's no foundation in here. And so the way I'll harvest this honey is to just cut the comb out of the frame and crush and strain it. You basically crush it up, pour it through a paint strainer, and that's how you harvest the honey with foundationless frames. So I'm going to put all the frames in the honey super and then bring this over and put them on top of the brood boxes. If you saw my last video from this year, all of these frames just had the foundation in them. And you can see the bees have been really busy here. And I'll pull out one of these frames. The tool that I'm using to pull the bars out is called a hive tool. This is actually just a flat bar that I've had for work. They make something called a hive tool that looks exactly like this. There's a lot of weight to this. You can see the top 3 inches of this bar is all capped honey. There's a lot of capped honey on this side, and there's also capped brood. I think that's all I'm going to go into with this. It's looking pretty good. I'll pull one of the end frames out so you can see. This is what the frame looked like when it started a few weeks ago. This is a wax foundation. So the bees will build off of this wax foundation. I'm using a little smoke to drive the bees down into the hive. And the bees will gorge themselves on honey, which will make them a little bit more sluggish, and it also blocks their communication a little bit and helps to keep them from stinging. What this is called is a Queen Excluder. The queen is bigger than the worker bees, so the worker bees can get through the screen, but not the queen, and that will keep the queen from laying brood in the honey super. Some people think that the Queen Excluders aren't a good idea, and I'm just going to try it on one hive, and I'll use the other hive without a Queen Excluder. So now I've got the honey super on the hive. You can see the frames are empty, and hopefully in a few weeks or a month we'll check back and there'll be honey in some of these frames. Now we're looking at the second hive, and this is all capped honey here, and this is nectar here. Once the moisture content is low enough on the nectar and the cells are filled, they'll cap the cells just like they did right here. There's the queen right there. The queen is right here. You can see she's much bigger. She's not marked. So I'll put this frame back down. The last thing I'd want to do is have her drop out of the hive. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add the honey super, this time without a Queen Excluder. Try to even these out a little bit. This is sugar syrup and it's just there to help the bees along. Sometimes there's not enough food out in nature, and this will get them through the dry spots. Okay, well, so far so good. I'm looking forward to checking back maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now. We'll see if any of the bees have come up into the honey super and started to create comb. And I guess that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.